There will be a time in everyone's lives when we just need to jump 2 feet first. This past week in my life is direct evidence of that and goes to show that no matter what, it doesn't hurt to at least try. I'm saying this because I applied for a job that I thought I would have no business even getting selected for, and come to find out, I've passed the interview and I'm moving on to the next steps in the process and hopefully basically getting the job that I've been wanting for the last 2 years. This is also why I haven't uploaded when I said I was going to last week. Just I had to do a lot of preparing, okay? So I hope you guys understand. But anyway, this video is going to be me kind of just freestyle riffing. I wanted to just kind of get my emotions out there, get my initial thoughts on how I'm feeling, and hopefully help some of you guys out there that are maybe feeling stuck or kind of in limbo whether or not you should do something or not. So just a little bit of background on my situation. I was going to delay applying for this job for another year, get some more experience so I could really feel confident about going into the interview and going forward with this career. But I thought to myself, why do that? You know? Like I could simply just apply, and if I don't get in or I don't pass the interview, then I go and do exactly what I was going to do and planned on doing for the next year. Because the thing is, I didn't know if I really wasn't qualified or if I didn't have the right experience or the right education. I didn't know if they were looking for anything in specific. I just kind of convinced myself that I wasn't good enough and I needed more in order for them to think I was worthy. But deep down, I think I just didn't think I was good enough, and that kind of almost stopped me from applying and being in the position that I'm in right now, which is about 2 steps away from being where I've wanted to be for a really long time. It's really also put things into perspective where if you're going to do something, do it 100%, or at least commit to doing what you say you're going to do. Jump 2 feet first and don't look back. Because if you go and do something about 50%, all you're going to get is about 50% out of it, and then you're going to convince yourself it didn't work, but you really didn't even give it your all. And like I said, the worst case scenario is, you don't get the job or you don't succeed in what you thought you might have succeeded in. And at the end of the day, it just turns into a learning experience. You figure out if you really are passionate about it. And if you are, then you can make changes and do things to improve yourself so that when you apply or when you try to do whatever you're trying to do the next time, you put yourself in a better position to actually succeed. And in doing that, you almost figure out who you are as well in the process. You build your character. And when you build your character, you find more about yourself. And when you find more about yourself, you can really zone in on the areas that you need to improve on in your life. And that'll just improve your quality of life substantially. And again, worst case scenario, you don't want to do the thing you thought you wanted to, and then you move on to something else that maybe you find out in the process, ooh, I like this part more than the other part, so now I'm going to go do this. But you would have never known about any of it if you didn't at least jump and just take a risk. Life will never change unless you change. In order to make change, there needs to be change. I know I basically just said the same thing, but if you're upset or you're not happy with your life, it's not going to change if you just continue doing the same thing every single day. There might be you might get promoted here, you might get promoted there, but if you want a substantial difference in your life and a substantial change, it's going to take risk. It's going to take trusting the process and just assuming you're ready, even if you're not. If you don't think you're ready, unfortunately, you're never going to be ready. And I say that not to discourage you, but to make you realize there's never going to be a perfect time to do anything. There's never going to be a perfect time to have kids. There's never going to be a perfect time to apply to that job that you're wanting. There's never going to be a perfect time to make new friends. There's never going to be a perfect time to get into a relationship. All of those things require effort, and they're not easy to maintain. So if you're thinking about making a move in any aspect of your life, I honestly recommend just doing it. Like Shia LaBeouf said, actually. But no, I know that was a little goofy monologue or whatever that Shia LaBeouf did, but it makes sense, man. Just do it. Stop talking about it. I was talking about wanting to do what I wanted to do for almost a year. And my fiance was at a certain point, she's like, you're talking about this so much. Like, What have you even done to make progress in achieving what you want to achieve? Like, what are you doing? Just do it. Just stop talking about it and do it. So I I just did. I stopped talking and, I put up or shut up, went through all the processes and got all the certifications and everything I needed. And, push come to shove. And here I am. I'm 2 steps away from being exactly where I want to be. My goal in life has always been to help people and always been to find self-fulfillment. I thought it was the pursuit of happiness, kind of like the movie. Everyone's searching and wanting to be happy. But the thing with happiness is it's always connected to something. It's usually something external. If you're happy with yourself, you're happy with something about yourself. But if you're not able to do that thing or that thing fades away, you're no longer happy. And I think fulfillment is the better thing for people to chase. And I say this because if you're fulfilled in your journey, in your life, then there's nothing that anyone can take away from you. The fulfillment can bring you happiness, but nothing can take away a fulfilled life, that fulfilled feeling, You might lose the happiness, but you'll never stop being fulfilled. And if you have a fulfilled life, you never really have to worry about losing that happiness, because if you're always chasing happiness, the thing that you achieve, at some point it's not going to be good enough and you're not going to be happy. If you keep chasing that happy feeling, you're going to go down a spiral. And I feel like that's where I was at a certain point. I was chasing that feeling of wanting to be happy in what I was doing. So I started looking to the next thing, like, what can I do? And I was looking online at other people. Oh, look at what they're doing. They seem happy. I'm going to try that. And when I went to try it, it just didn't feel like me. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel original. And doing what I'm doing now, I genuinely feel a sense of rejuvenation. And it's not that I feel like somebody, but when I went in for my interview, it felt right. It felt like I was meant to do what I was trying to convince the interviewers that I was ready to do. And that's a feeling I haven't felt in a really long time. I kind of feel like I've been doing what I've been doing just because I'm good at it and just because it's familiar. It's not because I was fulfilled doing it. I really enjoyed what I was doing, but at a certain point, I kind of just felt like I was going through the motions, and it became hard, to like not go to work every day, but it became hard to find joy, happiness, fulfillment in the little things. And I don't know. It's an introspective journey that I'm on to try and understand myself more and really see where I can improve my mindset. In terms of trying to improve my mindset, it's more or less I'm trying to notice the little things in life. I'm trying to be patient, trying to be appreciative of where I am. But I don't want to feel like I'm just kind of going through life, I don't want to feel like life is just happening. So I did some introspective thinking and sought out ideas and opportunities that I thought would maybe bring more fulfillment to my life. And that's where I stumbled on where I am now. This entire video is basically just to say, I know some of you want more, maybe all of you want more from your life. And I want you guys to look inside yourselves and really listen to what you're thinking. Listen to what your body wants. Your body knows when it's time for change. Your body knows when something doesn't feel right. Listen to your body, listen to your mind, and then seek fulfillment, not happiness. I don't say that because I don't want you to be happy. I say that because I don't want people to attach their life to external factors. I honestly want you guys to find fulfillment in either what you're doing or in what you want to do, Really think about it. Think about what will bring you the most joy and the most fulfillment so that you can live a life that you're proud of. And that's where I feel like I am. And I'm more than excited to just begin this new journey that I'm going to be on. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Remember, stay consistent, jump feet first. The water doesn't get warmer the longer you wait.